Hi and welcome to RCKicks. On today's show, well, I've got two builds, yes, two that I'm going to intertwine together, so we're going to build them up together. Yeah, that sounds like a load of work, and it probably will be for me. And the first one is a really nice kit that I've been after for a while, and it's this, the Ford Mondeo on the FF01 chassis. Now, this comes out all the way back on the 20th of September 1994 and ran for 2 years, making this one 28 years old. So a proper classic from Tamiya, also quite a rare one. So we've got this to unbox and check out. Now, the reason I've got this and another one is because Tamiya have just released the BT01. Now, the BT01 is a multi kind of modular chassis, but you can put the motor in the front and make it front wheel drive. So has Tamiya made a big step forward for front wheel drive, or is the old vintage one actually better? So I thought, well, maybe we'll build them up together, and I'll build up the BT01 in front wheel drive, so we'll be able to compare the two, and maybe I might be able to take them to the track once. Now, I won't be running the bodies, especially the Ford Mondeo, because that would be crazy. One hit and I'll destroy it. But maybe we'll be able to run the chassis a little bit and do a bit of a comparison. We'll have to wait and see. So there is loads to do on this video. We've got to unbox and check out the BT-01. Then we're going to unbox the FF01 and we're going to do a bit of a comparison. So if that interests you, stay tuned. Right, let's get them unboxed. Right, so we're going to start with the Ford Mondeo first. The box art is gorgeous, I have to say. It looks really nice, but then hey, that's Tamiya all round really. Now, one thing again that's kind of interesting is it has a mechanical speed controller on the box, but I don't think there's one actually in the kit. So we have the motor that sits right over the front and it just drives the front wheels. Basically from there back, it's just being pulled along. Right, the box is pretty standard. There's, you know, it's not a dressed up kit in any way, and everything's kind of put into the body. So the body itself, quite a rare body. This one's got a little bit of a yellow tint to it. It doesn't have any protection, does it? Does it have any? Oh yeah, no, I think it's got some protective film over the top of it. Now this is going to be painted in the standard blue. It's not the metallic blue, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do the metallic blue. Maybe I'll just do the flat blue that you're supposed to do. I honestly don't know. I'll have to have a look and see. As being that this is kind of supposed to be box art to match a car, actual real world car. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do love the metallic blue. Another thing that's pretty rare is the rims. As far as I know, these rims were only really on this car. So I don't know, comment below, let me know if you've seen these on anything else, but they're obviously being brand new, they haven't gone yellow, so they're cool. Then we've got what we've got the top mount plate. That now obviously fitting the mechanical speed controller in this is exactly like it was when I did the Blazing Star. It has the same kind of chassis layout as that one. So whether I'll put a mechanical speed controller in this one, I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking about it. Maybe I'll go something a bit more vintage. Tamiya electronics, maybe. We'll see. Tyres, nothing super special about those. We got the chassis itself. Now, there's quite a few variants of this chassis with the honeycomb inside. The problem with these vintage ones is they can tend to break off. Parts can break off as the plastics kind of degas. This one feels okay, doesn't look too bad. So there you go. Then we've got suspension. This has got oil shocks in it. Wing mirrors. Is that wing mirrors? Yeah, wing mirrors. And then the inserts. I'm sure I've seen them on something else. Then we've got the C hubs, and then we've got the rear hubs there, as well as some of the servo saver. Nothing super special on that one. Then we just have one massive bag. Right, actually, we'll just do a few more, and then we'll come back to that big bag. Then we've got what looks like the front section, under tray, spur gear cover by the look of it. And then we've got the arms as well. God, they're so small. Front and rear arms look like they're in there. And then you've got the top links, servo saver, servo mounting. Then we've got the manual. In lovely condition, this. So if we go to this one, it will have a electronic speed controller. I would assume in this one. Yeah, see the manual has the set. It must have been out roughly the same sort of time as the Blazing Star, because it references the electronic speed controller from Tamiya. But on the box it has the mechanical speed controller. Now I was told that there was actually a insert on the Blazing Star that says about fitting a mechanical speed controller, but I never had one, so I don't think there's anything in. Oh, what's that there? Oh, that might well have been it. So let's have a look here. What's that? It's like another. That's weird. I've never seen that in the manual. It's like another extra insert. That's very strange. Obviously fitting these decals is going to be a bit of a challenge. What was that? Was that it? Sorry, but I'm really interested to know. Oh no, that's the one we were just looking at. That's another insert for front wheel drive. No, I guess not. Another card. This definitely must have been from the same sort of time period as the Blazing Star, because that had a card in it as well. Then we have the decals, and it's got window masks as well. That looks like a lot of cutting out. 2 sheets, one on top of the other. Right, let's have a look at this bag. So we have a huge, great bag. So we've got the shocks, springs, steering parts. Then we've got, what have we got here? We've got the, of course, some very old looking pull ties, a bit of brass, and then we've got a heat mount for the motor. Then we've got the shocks. I love these old style bags. Look at that. You won't see many of those. It doesn't have the Tamiya on it. It just says FF, which is a bit different. Obviously, no bearings, hubs, more shocks. Then we've got the gears, hinge pins. So it's got a ball diff in it then. I'm guessing it is. And then we've got the outdrives, pinion. Yeah, ball diff. This one's got a ball diff installed on it. And then we've got the old 540 motor, which I will fit in it. And then the last one is just a load of vintage screws. Funny how they put FF on it and it's not like the Tamiya logo or anything. So there you go. That's everything you get in a Ford Mondeo back from 1996, was it? Right, let's pack it all up and let's open up the BT-01 from this year. Right, now we're going to look at the BT-01 from Tamiya that came out in the last 6 months. Now the box is a lot thicker than what you normally see. If I take the vintage one, for instance, look at the difference in thickness. But the other dimensions are all the same, which is really strange. But I'm not sure why this is deeper, but obviously they try to make it as small as possible to lower their shipping costs. Massive thanks to Model Tune for sending this one over. Right, let's open it up and take a look. So if you want to get some discount on your next RC order, head over to Model Tune, use RCKicks at checkout, and you can save yourself 5%. Right, now the kit's all pretty much just sort of slung in like a standard kit would be. We've got a THW1060 RTR waterproof brushed, basically hobby wing ESC with the Tamiya connector on it. This is only brushed. This is not their optional one, which is a bit strange. Sometimes you get the optional one, but that's the one you get. Then the body. Now I kind of like this body, and I also kind of think it's a little bit on the boring side. Now, I like the idea of doing it in kind of a drift spec or something like that, doing something a bit more different with it, but I honestly don't know with this one. Obviously, I'm giving it away, so maybe I should go box art. I do kind of like the blue, maybe do the metallic blue from Tamiya that I like. Tyres, you get a set of road tyres. They're not slicks. They're actually not too bad. They do look like proper road tyres. Then we've got, what have we got? We got the light buckets, which is nice to see. Definitely make this body look a little bit more detailed. And we've got the hard wing as well, which is nice to see. And some wing mirrors as well. So a little bit of detail. Yeah, maybe it's going to look a lot better in real life once you finish painting it up. Then we've got rims. Pretty standard stuff, nothing overly exciting. I probably want to spray those up to look a bit more metallic than just using the plastic that we've got. And we've got the outdrives, huge great big cups, very much reminiscent of the sort of TTO2 style, very short dog bones. What else have we got in here? Not sure what that is. That a prop shaft? Some kind of, don't know, not sure. Obviously this is a modular chassis, so it's going to be a little bit more different to what we're used to, as you can set it up in so many different ways. That suspension, don't tell me it's got friction shocks. No, friction shocks, ugh, really? No. And then we've got the manual. Now the manual is going to be interesting because it's going to be modular of which way you're going to go with it, so I guess they've done it as different, yeah, front rear, front, I guess, different wheelbases. So I can understand why Tamiya do this. It kind of makes sense because obviously you're investing a lot of money in designing a new chassis, doing all the molds and bringing it out. So being able to change wheelbases, being able to make it front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, it obviously allows them to put more of their lovely bodies on it so that they can chop and change their bodies. And I guess maybe this is going to be kind of replacing the TTO2, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. Do you think they'll discontinue the TTO2 at some point? They seem to have kind of flogged it to death for ages. And then you get the manual for it. And then the decal. Wow, look at the size of these window masks. Yeah, I would definitely be more inclined to cut that out and then spray them myself. I mean, you can use the water technique on these to get that to be lovely and smooth, but I don't know whether I'd even bother or whether I would just cut it out, do the outside part. I don't know, we'll have to see. I do like this, that you actually leave it clear and then you put this sticker on and then it uses the polycarbonate to give you that lens look, which is really nice. That does look good when it's done. And we've got two sets here. I'm guessing, is that front and rear maybe? And then these are the rear lights. I don't know, we'll have to look in and see. Then we get like a partition, which is really strange. So let's lift out the partition. Don't normally see this. So why is it double stacked? That's really strange. Then we've got a load of parts. What's this? Body mount parts, arms. Not sure what that is. Some kind of mounting bracket of some sort. The arms look really tiny. Then we've got what looks like part of the chassis. Yeah, it's a funny looking thing, that's for sure. And then I'm guessing the back section you can adjust and set it to get your wheelbases. We have seen stuff like that before from Tamiya, and it's become more of a normal kind of thing, but obviously this one does lots of different motor positions. Now, I'm not sure whether you could fit two motors to this, have one at the rear and one at the front. I don't know. That is possible on a few other kits from Tamiya, and I must admit I have been tempted to try a dual motor chassis build at some point. Then what else have we got? A lot of these parts I have no idea. That kind of looks like battery mounts or something. The other part of the chassis. A lot of these parts I've never seen before, so it's hard to kind of recognize what they are. Hubs, hexes, other mounts. Yeah, interesting though. It's nice to actually build something that's a bit different. And then we've got another section of the chassis, which must be the back section. And then I don't know what these are. Some random mounts of some sort. And then the last but not least, we have our ABC bags. Right, so I've opened up the big bag and this is what's inside. So we've got a standard 540 silver can motor, nothing super special there. And then we've got what looks like the servo horn and the steering arm, not adjustable, that one. Then we have our gears, our diff. Then we have a bumper. Then we've got a packet of pins, body pins. And then that's a servo horn. Well, we've got two of those. That's weird. Maybe they're slightly different depending on your setup. Then we've got, what is that? We've got a couple of bearings. So you do actually get a couple in this. And that looks like a prop shaft or something. I honestly don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Then we got bag A. Bag A has got, what have we got in here? A couple of brass bushes. Pinion, some kind of mount, the oil greases, and another one of those kind of rods. So I'm guessing that's part of the diffs of some sort, the gears. Then the B is the springs, and then we got the Tamiya tool, load of plastic bushes, and what looks like a load of ball joints. And then C is your cable ties, a little tiny spanner, and a load of screws. And that pretty much sums up what's in the box. So there you go, a quick look at these two Tamiya beauties. And in the next upcoming videos, we'll build them up, paint them all up, and then take them for a bit of a spin. Yeah, I'm going to be very busy, especially as other stuff is backing up. We've got one of these to review, so I've got to get that up and running. The reason you haven't seen that on the show yet is all the kids are off and the skate parks and stuff like that are packed at the moment. And I just haven't got round to it with all the other stuff. So much so, we've also got one of these. Yeah, I'm going to review one of these and I've got something super special that I'm going to be doing with it. Yeah, you're going to enjoy that one. It's a little bit different. So if you want to see all this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.